Yeah, y'all, I'm back with another video. This is Habitat Studios. Today we're going to be doing the first edition of Habitat Hacks. So without further ado, let's get into this. Okay, hello YouTube and welcome to Habitat Hacks. We're going to be going over some DIY synth stands and device stands and clips. I have all the materials out here. These are going to be some budget-friendly options and some put-together-yourself options. As you can see, I'm taking all this stuff from gear that I have currently, and there's a couple different size options and a couple different style options that you can incorporate. So, without further ado, let me just do a once around of the stand and let's get into it. Okay, our first DIY stand will be the IKEA stand. All these parts were made from IKEA. This bar right here is a part of their ensemble for their cabinets. So it's a cabinet pull basically. I put this on the bottom for the wider stands because for reinforcement, but if you can see the other parts of the stand, what it is here, if you can see that, is it is the shelf brackets, and then on the front here is another closet door pull. They come in two different sizes. This is the longer version here, which creates the longer style stand. This fits on the up and over to 19 inches. I really like it. I think it looks sharp. It's pretty clean looking. And oh man, what did it cost for each one of these? I think these are $5 for two of these, and the poles are a little bit more expensive, like $7 each. But it's under $20 per stand. You'll have to look at the IKEA website, and I'll put links in the description to the material. But that's a pretty great looking, easy option if you want your stand to be upright and at an angle. I know it's always a lot more ergonomical. Plus, you can fit a lot more on a desk if you have your synthesizers like this. This is the other style here. This is the shorter stem, or the shorter closet pull, and the longer shelf brackets. You can also make the same version as that, just more compacted in this way, if you know what I mean. But this, this is what I use for my SP. So it sits on there, and I put the wires coming through here. They kind of feed down through here, keep everything nice and tight. I really like these things. You can also use them for iPads. Let me grab my iPad real fast and show you. It actually fits two iPads. You'd have to have something to clip this on, which I do, which I will show you in a little bit. So that is the first hack. It's the IKEA DIY hack. And let me just change the camera around, and I'm going to show you my my second. Okay, the next one is these little phone clips here, or iPad clips here. They might look cheesy, but these things really, I found that they have quite a lot of purposes for them. I've used them to bunch wires. I've used them to prop up my iPads. They also work with iPhones. But I'll show you how I use them. They have rubber on the back there so it doesn't damage your iPad. And I usually use two of them. I've actually used up to three of them. But the reason why I like them so much is they're multi-purpose, because you ever tried to hold your iPad and you're sitting there doing something and pressing buttons, or you have it on your lap. You can kind of widen these things and put this right in between your knee. It just sits there. You can also use it like that on the couch. I put it on the side of the couch and it stays. iPads are mobile devices. They're meant to be carried around, so you want to have options. Laying in bed, it's nice to have. You just have one of these things on here. You have a nice way to hold it, so you can actually view it. carrying it around. It's actually nice. But the reason why I got these things in the first place, and this is why you need two of them, is because I use them as a stand to prop up the iPad. So I hope can you see the angle? There you go. There's nothing more annoying than having your iPad flat on the ground, especially when you have other gear. So it actually will sit flat if you want it to, which is kind of funny. It's like you can make the breakdancing iPad here. But the reason why I like it is because a lot of times I have a setup where I use my iPads as monitors. I'm not really using the touch screens because I'm using a MIDI controller, and I have two iPads, two iPad Airs, and I like to set them up like so. It makes them so they're the same height, the same angle, and everything plays nice. Put a MIDI controller in front of it. See that? It's like its own little computer. It's like its own little setup. It just makes everything so much nicer. So this is flat on the ground, and then this is at a slight angle. I'll turn that to the side so you can kind of see that. But these things are really cheap. I think I picked it up at like AC Moore or something like that. They have them online. You can actually get these sent to you by companies that do promotional branding for your company. You can get pens. This is one of the other options you can get. So I don't know. Reach out to one of those companies and try them out. They'll send them to you for free. But see, that's kind of the angle that you can set it on. And nicely, the new iPad X is the same size as the iPad Air, which makes everything nice and tight if you are an iOS musician. So that is my second hack. And just give me 1 second and we'll be hopping into the third. Okay, here is another hack here. These were purchased at Five Below. They were $5 a piece. So $10. You can get away with one for an iPhone or iPad mini, but for the larger iPad, you're probably going to want to have two. And these are obviously just very simply. Okay, well, the name of the game is, you don't have to spend a lot of money to get your job done here with the stands. Let me show you the back of this one. And like I said, unless you have an iPad mini or a phone, it's going to take two of these stands, but these are coming pretty handy. I used them a lot for my iPad and my phone. I mean, you can use one. I mean, technically, I don't think it's not very stable. And they also can put it this way. So there you go. There's one other option. This is another option that is also at IKEA. This is sold as a cooking in the cooking department for a stand that holds menus when you're cooking. I use this for the circuit. I put the circuit on it. It's pretty cool. I mean, it does the job. I installed these little rubber grommets on the bottom to kind of keep it from moving around. As you can see, it does move around. The circuit's a little bit shorter than this, but it works. And this is fairly cheap. It looks kind of cool. I mean, it has this faux kind of wood feel. I don't remember how much it is, but it was pretty inexpensive. I think it was under $10. And that's about it. I mean, I don't want to make this video too long. Just be creative. You probably have lots of stuff laying around, things that you might not be using. Like I have this old Volca stand, but now I've kind of repurposed it where I can kind of put that on there, and I put this thing down here, my iPhone up here. It depends on what I'm working with, but it hides the wires, and it looks cool, and it's ergonomic, and that's all that matters. So thanks again for everyone that's tuned into this video. I will hope to see you next time, and until then, peace. Keep up the good work, and as always, I got to send you out with something here. Have a good one, guys. Peace. Stay safe.